America as Rome. The American founders were fascinated by Rome, and especially the government of the Roman Republic. Therefore, it is not surprising that Rome, especially the Western Republican form of Rome, had such a massive influence in the shaping of America. Sadly, American schoolchildren are taught very little about Rome and even less about its parallels with the United States. Thus, American citizens miss a grand opportunity to learn from Rome and its collapse, a fall that seems destined for Roman scion, America. Consider these modern Americanisms that are actually rooted in pre-modern Rome. Here are a few. A basic mistrust of state, especially when the government is large. Romans in the Republic retained their civilization's basic mistrust of the kings they overthrew in the city-state's early years. Americans likewise revolted against the British king despite the manifold positive arguments for remaining British citizens. A deep appreciation for the military. America has taken a torturous course through and after the Vietnam War. The military, constrained by global and political forces, lost much of its luster as the U.S. retreated and eventually vacated Vietnam. However, as the current series of wars in the Middle East shows, the military regained its popularity and even expanded. Politicians who are deeply resentful of the U.S. military nonetheless find it necessary to lead "We Love Our Troops" rallies in order to retain power. Rome was always proudly militaristic. One observer from Greece noted that 2nd century BC Roman children continually played at war in the streets, and he reasoned that the difficult Roman maneuvers that gave such flexibility to the strength on the battlefield were only possible because of a lifetime of joyful play. It was built around military strength. American division of government is obviously rooted in Roman thought, even borrowing wholesale the title Senate. While the Romans left room for emergency dictatorship, a term that did not have the modern negative connotations, their basic structure was quite similar to that copied by Madison and the other U.S. founders. The Romans saw their civilizations as a blessing to be shared with the world. They were, for the most part, successful in achieving this through just war conquest, diplomacy, and inheritances. Rome considered this natural expansion her manifest destiny. That English language term is, of course, known as the American historical westward expansion. Intriguingly, even after the ideology became ridiculed in America through as a false white man's burden, Americans still show their deep attachment to the Roman idea. Among many examples of manifest destiny still operating in the American psyche, the space race of the 1960s illustrated the powerful draw of patriot expansion.